Is that any better, friends? Hey, Carrie, James, Tracy, Mexie. Can you hear me? Hello. Give me a second. Can you hear me? Okay. Crikey. Okay, see if this messes me up again. Okay. Howdy, tankers. I love it. I love it. Crikey. Right? Oh, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Unreal. I've been playing with a bunch of things today, so I should have expected something to go sideways, right? Hey, Mel, good morning, friend. Good morning. Maxie. So, yeah, I've been playing with a couple. I've got other accounts that I haven't been setting up, like my Patreon, and I started a different Facebook, but I have to have some conversations with some friends out there to see what they're thinking too. So Rex Heuerman, what the actual is going on with him? So they've got Mexi was saying up above, she was bang on. They're streaming from Rex's house now. They're going to be anyways. They've had everything show up as far as equipment goes. So I'm not even sure what the hell they're doing. Like, are they going to show the inside of the house? Are they going to talk about Rex? Are they going to? I really have no clue. And she has been now, she went to the jail to see him now. So I find that a little bit curious. Yes. So I've got that to look at. And let's see here. What all do we got? So yeah, his wife has visited him. And I don't know if they have decided together that this is something they want to do as far as this whatever they're doing with all the streaming equipment, podcasts, lives, not a clue. Not a clue. So, I've also got there's, previous colleagues, and they're talking about Rex and what it was like to work with him, and I thought, "That might be interesting." Like, I couldn't imagine working with him. And then there's also the police commissioner who has, resigned. So he's the fellow that originally started all of this up again. So I'm not quite sure what that is about either, but yeah, he's put in a resignation. So let's see here. Oh, I got Brian Goldberger up there again. No, thank you. You're later, skater. So yeah, let's see here. Firearm seized from the house. Oh, that's why it came up. Oh, good Lord. To be transferred, but they're not saying where. Now this is court TV, so I'm not going to play them just because. But I should be able to read this to you guys. Let's see if I'm just making sure it's not stuff we've already gone through. Oh, Tracy, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so they're talking about the infancy of the case still. Have you guys watched Lost Girls? I think I'm going to look at that again. Okay, well, we'll see. I'll keep this at the back. And if we don't cover all of this stuff that's in here, we will take a boo. What? What? Oh, the tree's doing its thing. I don't know what the heck. I don't even bother putting sparkly lights on them, and I was going to. Did you? Okay. Yeah, Lost Boys was good too, but totally different. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate it, Tracy. I do. Well, I'm looking for this is pretty much what I've ran across so far is what we're finding so far. What? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out again. I would think so. Like there's 200 of those things. It's like, what? Why, guy? Why? So Gilgo Beach cereal Cheerio. Cereal Cheerio. Rex Heuerman's wife visits him in jail. And it says, cancer-stricken woman goes to see the accused deleter who turned her life upside down amid a pending divorce. The wife of alleged Gilgo Beach Cheerio, Rex Heuerman, has visited him in jail for the first time since he was arrested on July 19th. Asa Alarup filed for divorce 6 days after the architect was charged with the deleting of sex of workers whose bodies were among 11 found in a desolate stretch of coastline close to their Long Island home between 2010 and 2011. So do you guys think that there's a good possibility that there's even more on those beaches? Sometimes I wonder if they have to take another look. So she is suing the FBI for damages. She's still doing that. Sustained during a 12-day search of their home in Massapequa Park. So the Daily Mail in August said she refused to walk down the street due to the hostility of the neighbors. But I thought the neighbors were being good. I don't remember that. I remember them bringing her like supplies and what have you. Right, Maxie? So, yeah, Rex Heuerman is allowed the same visitation that all other inmates are entitled to, Suffolk County Jail spokesperson Victoria DiStefano said to Newsday. Visits are 1 hour, and visits are allowed to embrace once at the beginning and once at the end of the visit. All inmates are searched after visits. Wow. FBI ain't paying no one for damages. You're right, Maxie. Yeah, they could have tidied it up, James. Yep. Like, I mean, what do you need to talk to this slob for? Yucky. He is charged with unaliving Megan Waterman, 22, Melissa Bartholomew, 24, Amber Lynn Costello, 27, and is still a suspect in Maureen Brainerd Barnes. So she was right beside these other girls. And I do believe she was also in burlap or the same type of thing that the other girls were wrapped up in. But she was right there. So I'm not sure. I know some of the other ones, they found some of Rex's hair, they found some of Ace's hair. None of the kids, surprisingly. So why Ace's? Not accusing anybody, just popped into my brain. So there. Yeah, looks like a holding facility, right? His wife's visit came after Suffolk Police Commissioner Rodney K. Harrison assigned additional investigators to the two other women, Valerie Mack and Karen Vergata. I thought it was a good idea to grab some people from the outside to take a look at other things that maybe potentially attach themselves to Rex Heuerman, he told reporters. Remember, they not long ago found a deceased male, the remains, kind of on the opposite side, still not far from Rex's house is, I guess, what I'm going to say, like not far at all. So her two children, Victoria Heuerman, 26, who worked at her father's Manhattan architecture firm, and a son, Christopher Sheridan, 33, have also stayed away. Her lawyer, Robert Macedonio, said Eller, 59, risks losing health coverage for her breast and skin cancer since filing for divorce from her husband. The source of her health insurance was from her husband's employment, so that will no longer be available to treat her cancer. Cancer drugs are expensive. How's she going to pay for treatment? Yeah, what a dick. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, he allegedly unalived these girls, and look what he's done to his wife. Like, he's deleting her slowly. This man, I tell you what, not a fan, guys. So let me see here. Yeah, not a fan at all. You know, they haven't yet, but they have to be connecting him to especially to Maureen Brainerd Barnes. It's not that far off. Sorry, guys. Distraction. Where am I here? Yes. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. Thanks, Mexi. As always, my love. For some reason, I had that down. So, yeah, just a dick. And can you imagine the boy is handicapped and the daughter? I mean, how embarrassing is that? How humiliating, how want to crawl into a dark hole and never ever come back. And we can't be far off, like I was saying, for Maureen Brainerd Barnes. This is them searching. Cold time by the ocean. Wowza. Can you imagine? Kids weren't allowed to even go there trick-or-treating. Like, how much does that tell you about his creep vibes? Okay, so we've got Melissa Barthélemy right here. We've got Jessica Taylor right here. This is the Asian male that they have yet to identify, that it was in drag, allegedly. And the 3 other women that he has been charged with: Amber Costello, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, no, Megan Waterman. So she's been identified. Sorry. And we're still waiting for Melissa, of course. So then up here, Valerie Mack, Jane Doe, Peaches, and a little girl, a toddler, that they believe is Peaches, based on DNA. Okay, so let's take a look. I was telling you about the fellow that was on the other side that they found not long ago. Hey, Wolfie, good to see you, friend. Hello, hello. So driver spots human remains off Southern State Parkway. And state police are investigating. Do you guys remember her? Damn. One for the girls' team. Oh, he is, right, Wolfie? Total dick. Okay.
Found human remains in a wooded area.
The investigation is just off the Southern State Parkway in West Islip. CBS 2's
Okay, so he's here. Or sorry, this is where they found the remains. And he's right in here. And the remains, basically, of the other ones were all found along here. So very close still to his house. And I know they're looking into it.
Jennifer Bisram has more on the mystery.
Investigators with the New York State Police Department spent Thursday combing this wooded area on Long Island for clues after a tip from a driver.
An individual traveling eastbound on the Southern State Parkway got off the off-ramp to the Robert Moses State Parkway southbound and pulled over onto the shoulder of the road when something in the wood line caught his eye.
He pulled over and quickly called 911.
The individual believed it to be human skeletal remains.
The discovery.
I didn't think that's really interesting to me. Did you guys know that bones would float? How do you? That's what I'm. Or is it an Odinist? Okay, I'm coming over to see you guys. Okay, wife visits. What, the prison? Why she visiting? I wonder, to make sure he keeps shut about her. Oh, right? Wouldn't that be something? Wow. What? The FBI ain't paying nobody for damages. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like the right tip. Obviously, Mrs. H wasn't very house proud. Well said. You see, I don't know yet. Recent. Oh, okay. Okay. Wouldn't that be something if they found something fairly recent that was tied to him? Oh my God. Postal deliveries are like our buses. Wait for one, wait forever for one, then they all come at once. Exactly, right? I'm waiting for a bunch of merch. So I don't know. Maybe it just takes a bit getting over the border, but they were like fast. Well, maybe I'm just rushing it too. My gut feeling, not usually wrong. No, you're not. Says she was involved at some level. Do you think she knew? Or do you think she could have participated? Still think the wife knew something, what I don't know, but how could she not? I think you're right, Carrie. Come to think of it, I think you're right. I think there was a hair, but they didn't have a root. Yes, well said. That's how I feel about it, Mal. Through his actions, he could also have the death of his wife on his hands too. Complete idiot. If I was the kid, I'd change my name and move to Australia. I'd just move to Australia if I could. Here's Frankie and Ozzy. Oh, I'd be. Yep, the architect in his own imprisonment. Pretty safe to say he's a massive dick. Oh, I don't think he's going to get off. I don't think so. Everything's pretty quiet right now as far as any kind of what could be going on, which makes me think something might be going on. You know, a lot of times when it's quiet like this, we'll get one great big dump because we're not even finding a lot of documents yet. And did I hear right too that they found another body close to the others? Well, Maureen Brainerd Barnes was close to the three that he is charged with. But Carrie's right. There was a hair found on the remains, but it didn't have a root or a good route, at least, to get a good match on DNA. So I think they said that they were close, but still working on it. And hopefully that comes fast because really, how could he not have? They were right together. Yeah, on average, serial Cheerios start in their mid 20s to 30s. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's some that start in their teens. I love that, right? How to make a case go haywire. That just imploded that case. We're talking about the Delphi case. Who was the one that started in his teens? Yeah, there's been a few. Hey, Tony. Hey. Hey, how you doing, friend? Popular side. So where was this from? Do you remember? Are you talking about the cat one? Um, don't kill cats. What is that show called? Oh, yeah. Ed Kemper deleted both grandparents at 16. He did. Don't kill cats. It's on Netflix. I don't know. Is anybody else buffering? Yeah. You're not too familiar with this one? He is the guy that has been charged with unaliving. Do you remember, oh my good Lord. Okay. There's 11 sets of human remains. There was a girl that went missing after calling the cops, and just a young escort. She called the cops, said people were trying to unalive her, and ultimately no cop showed up and she was unalived. So while they were searching for her, um, they found 11 others sets of women. And for years, it just went cold. There was kind of a crooked cop that was involved back then. I don't know if directly or on the outside, but it basically stalled that case back when, right? Well, now they've been able to connect. Yeah, don't F with cats. That's the one, Wolfie. He's a Canadian. Isn't that lovely? So, yeah, while looking for her, they found all of these, and now they've been able to DNA match 3 of the victims directly with this Rex Heuerman who's sitting in the Hooskow. What happens November 15th? Do we have something coming up? Are you guys freezing? Well, Shauna, hello, hello. Buffering, no freezing. Did Dahmer start when he was a kid too? I don't like to buffer alone. I'm watching on my other screen and I'm not seeing, it's not buffering over there, but yeah, look at Magnolia. Who just said that? James. Yeah, don't F with cats. Yeah, and then there was that belt, right? With WH on it, who could very possibly be Heuerman's grandfather, whose name was William Heuerman. That's why they took they were looking for leather making tools. Oh, he was a loser. Is a loser. I think he's still locked up. Maybe he's talking behind the scenes, realizing how much boo-boo he is in. He is dropping other names. Yeah. Yeah, look at Magnolia. Magnata, sorry, Magnata, not Magnolia. Look at Magnata. I think he's from Quebec, right? Would hang out in Toronto. I lived in both places. Like I lived in Toronto for I don't know how long. Lived in Quebec for I don't know how long. Remember when that went around? Who's Magnata? Have you watched the Netflix? It's called Don't F with Cats. He's a Canadian that did some pretty ignorant things. And when they finally started really chasing after this guy is when he was showed unaliving kittens. Oh, yeah, he started his own rumor, and then said, don't do that to me. But you know what? Yeah.
Was made just after 7 during the morning rush hour off the Southern State Parkway near exit 40 as the driver got off the ramp to the Robert Moses Causeway. Law enforcement sources say the remains.
You should check it out, Carrie. It's worth it. It's like, what?
Are believed to be a male.
And it is too early to tell the identity of the human remains or the involvement of any type of criminality.
And as you can see, this remains a very active investigation.
Whoa. Didn't see that coming. Very active investigation. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think I dated half of them. I'm joking. Mexi, are you able to link it? Yeah, there's some creepy people out there, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see here. It is a really good documentary. Really good. Thank you, Mexi. There you go. You guys really should check it out. Did he start when he was about 17, Shauna? Oh my God, James. Okay, that one threw me off. Oh my God, I was losing it. Okay, there we go. Damn. Wait till I go to medieval. Oh, you're quite the character you are, friend. Gilgo Beach, suspect Rex Heuerman's colleagues reveal what it was like working with the alleged Cheerio. Wasn't easy at all. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, that one kind of had me losing it, James. Never heard that one before. Mm. Aw. They give him the freaking money. Loans.
It wasn't easy at all.
Jeffrey says this was not an easy road with Rex Heuerman.
No, it definitely wasn't easy at all.
Jeffrey sells luxury high-end real estate. He worked with Rex preparing a house for sale. What were your initial impressions of him?
Okay, so I'm going to skip up a little bit just because this is Dateline.
It's very assertive, maybe even leaning to the point of being aggressive.
Damn, I think we'll just read it. So, the co-workers, let's just go away. So, suspected Gilgo Beach serial Cheerio. Rex Heuerman's former co-workers claim he was so aggressive they didn't want to be in the same room. He was very assertive, maybe even leaning to the point of being aggressive. Luxury real estate salesman Jeffrey St. Ormond said of the hulking architect. He described his first impressions of Heuerman 59 to Andrea Canning of Dateline in a clip of Friday's episode exclusively shared with the Post. Well,
involved in the project refused to work with him.
She just didn't feel comfortable with him at all. She's like, I do not want to be in the office when he comes and pick up the check.
For Rex's co-workers, it took weeks to process the shock of his arrest. For Mary Schell, the emotions that followed were just...
Can you imagine?
Just of the world, like
Of the world.
everything.
everything. And also there's an element of anger. The idea that as a woman that you have to be suspicious and be afraid all the time just to stay alive is enraging.
It is enraging. Well said. Wow. Heuerman, who was arrested in July outside the Fifth Avenue offices of his okay, what does that mean? Epipenis? Okay, guys. Ep, okay, the architect firm with Saint Armand on preparing a house for sale. Other person involved in the project was so troubled by Heuerman, she just didn't feel comfortable with him at all. She was like, I don't even want to be in the office when he comes to pick up the check. Working with Heuerman wasn't easy. Long Island-based Heuerman had workers as an architect for decades. Had worked as an arcade. Okay, how about I start this one over, dudes? Long Island-based Heuerman had worked as an architect for decades in New York City and is well known for his encyclopedic knowledge of the city's business codes. However, in stark contrast to his professional life, he and his family lived in a dilapidated home in Massapequa Park, just a few miles from where the bodies of the women police say were found unalived. I couldn't imagine working with this man. Like, what? And then I catch him. I think it's just up the way here. So, of course, he pled not guilty, as they do. And again, the prime suspect of deleting Maureen Brainerd Barnes. You feel afraid of the world. You see, like PTSD, right? Instant. Heuerman's arrest is still shocking to those who worked with him regularly. There's also an element of anger that the idea as a woman, you have to be suspicious and afraid all the time just to stay alive is enraging. Well, you know what? That is the way it is. We can't change that, so may as well work with it. I mean, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be paranoid, but pay attention to your surroundings. Honestly, I'm safer in the bush than a person walking down a New York street. Seriously, chances of them getting mugged or something brutal is a lot higher than me running into a bear. Rick's always seemed to me, he doesn't make certain decisions by himself. I'll always think he had help. What kind of help? His wife. Yeah. I mean, it's been known to happen, right? We know of many cases. Don't break my stream. Yes. All those other weirdos on Gilgo could have been their own little sick group. Well, that's it. And some are saying that there's possibly a connection to Heuerman, right? Yeah, I can't put James Burke past helping these guys since he had the job title of cop, head cop. Mexi could be, no way did he or thought of half of these crimes on his own. He isn't that intelligent. He's a big dude. An ogre. That's how that one, well, I think even a couple of them said big ogre-ish type dude. Oh, you're talking about Ed Kemper. That's Ed Kemper. He was huge, bigger than this guy by far. Yep, Krusty the Ogre. Do you know what? That's a true statement. Yeah, that's a true statement. Yeah, Ed Kemper. Well, yeah, Ed Kemper is genuinely scary dude. It would be a big bag if we vacuum packed him. Yeah, he's a big frickin' boy. And you know what? I know I'm a woman, but he wouldn't scare me. That's how I feel about it. Gilgo, yep, Gilgo Island. Oh, I feel the same. He doesn't scare me. For whatever reason, he doesn't scare me, Ed Kemper. He just, I think he cracked. Some of these perps, people say would like to bump into him in a dark alley, would not like to see people like this in daylight. Yeah. No, I'd prefer not to. I'd really prefer not to. Yeah, everybody pretty much liked Wayne Gacy. That was the thing about him. Are you still, Tracy? What the heck? We're overcast, but not stormy, so I think we should be good on our end. We got that, what is it again, guys? What the hell is that thing called that we have now for our internet? Elon Musk's. There's like that X thing on. It gave me instant good internet. No problem there? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I might later. I've got some documents for Richard Allen that I might go over in a little bit here. We'll see how the day goes. Starlink! Yes, that's the thing. Thank you. Starlink. It was the best thing. Living in the mountains, honest to God, we do not, it's not the best internet at all. I wasn't able to stream. If you look back at some of my first videos a couple of years ago, they're crap. They're complete crap. So am I. I was just starting and learning, and I had no equipment. I just decided I wanted to do this like one day, and here I am. Yay, Tracy! Whoop, whoop. 5G. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing like the satellite dishes we had when I was a kid. Do you guys remember them? They were half the size of the house. John Wayne Gacy was small-time Democrat politician. His barbecues, one body under barbecue, was attended by cops, politicians, journalists, maybe even a judge or two. Absolutely. Everybody loved John Wayne Gacy. And he had that way about him. He was fairly calm, laid back. But yeah, he was sick in the brain. Like his noodle was clinking. Random person. Hey, John, what's on the grill today? Human flank. I wonder if he ever served any of that up. I've heard of that happening too. That's the thing, right, Tony? Anybody need a clown? Boys? Any boys? Would you guys like a clown? I'm a good clown. Want to see my cuffs? Yeah. Yeah. Sicko. So, yeah, the police commissioner, let's talk about him for a few minutes. He got everything going as far as the Gilgo cases go. He's the one that kickstarted absolutely everything, and for some reason, he's choosing to leave.
Investigators expanding the probe into the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer across multiple states now. Officials believe Ted Williams. Some creepy information coming out about this suspect. The New York Post has a pretty alarming headline today about the soundproof room that neighbors say cops told them they found inside the house. They call it silent fright. They're digging up his backyard, Ted.
His home there in the Gilgo Beach area, that he bought some of these sex workers there and very well may have sexually molested them or assaulted them, should we say, in that home. They are now, John, also digging up the backyard. They also have gone down to Chester, South Carolina, where he had a Chevy truck that he gave to his brother. And they're looking at that Chevy truck. They're scrubbing that Chevy truck down to try to see if there's a nexus between any of the sex workers that he's alleged to have killed at this stage.
But some of these allegations only at this time, but the police say they have a very strong case, and apparently it gets stronger with each new discovery. This soundproof room that is reported to be in the basement of that home in Massapequa is...
Okay, so this is supposed to be recent. So why are we way back there? Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison announced a surprise resignation late Thursday evening, according to a report. So this was about a week and a half ago. The resignation comes months after Harrison helped lead his department to the Gilgo Beach. Cheerio, Rex Heuerman. Harrison said in a memo to his office that being police commissioner, one of the greatest highlights of his career. He also said he would formally notify Suffolk County Executive Steve Ballone on Friday about his resignation. Serving as the Suffolk County Police Commissioner for the past 2 years was not only a privilege, but one of the greatest highlights in my law enforcement career, and that is because of you, Harrison said in the memo. It's been an honor to be a part of this organization and work with so many talented individuals. Each day, I have been impressed by the stories of heroism, bravery, and dedication to the residents of this county. To say I appreciate and admire you is an understatement. Maybe, is this what we were looking for? The memo did not reveal the date of Harrison's last official day in office or what his plans are going forward. Harrison, the NYPD's former chief of department, was first hired in the Suffolk County Police Commissioner in January 2022. Heuerman was caught and arrested in July. He faces multiple M charges stemming from the mysterious disappearance of several women in the 1990s, which became cold cases after they went unsolved. So, yeah, this is the thing. Nothing was solved. Some of them weren't even reported missing. Some are still Jane Does and John Does, dressed as Jane Does. I mean, what? So the ones for sure are Amber Lynn Costello, 27, Melissa Bartholomew, 24, and Megan Waterman, 22. In that, I'm hoping comes soon, as we were talking about earlier, is Maureen Brainerd Barnes, 25, who was found right in there with those other 3 victims. According to legal documents, Heuerman used fictitious names and online accounts to solicit and arrange activity with women before deleting them. And, you know, he's not exactly a brainwave, so what? Bad. Bad man. Bad man. Not guilty, my ass. I get so frustrated by that. No, not guilty. You know, I know they got all of that stuff. It wasn't me. Let's just spend thousands and thousands of dollars and hope maybe by the slimmest chance I might get off. Good God. Yes. They were, weren't they? I always wanted to use one as a toboggan. Nope, me either. Me either. Since Gacy and the movie It, I've gone off clowns for life, but then half my family are clowns. What's fun to do? You have to have a surround-proof room. How can you torture women with your wife at home without one? Yeah, but you know, they're also talking about 200 weapons being in there as well. So I'm just really not sure what's going on with that room. Yeah, the Butcher Baker from Alaska. Yeah, I used to read all of his books. I haven't done it for years, but there was a time where I'd been caught right up. Secret rooms. Order never to enter or go near. The wife doesn't think it's suspicious. Yeah. Allegedly, he used to take women into the basement and do things to them when his family is away. I feel like Rex might have done a lot of the same. Yes. You're talking about the Butcher Baker. Absolutely. A witness statement about the swinger partner and Acer being there gives me pause. Yeah. The Canadian pig farmer. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Picton. Robert Picton. It's okay. They're little dogs. However, the witness statement about the swinger party and Asa being there gives me pause. Pig farmer. Yes. Jazzy. Brutal. Brutal. Swingers parties, and she was present at all or some, and not once did she see anything suspicious. She knew all of it. She knew some. Oh, Mel, thank you, Fran. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I totally appreciate it. Rose, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Rose and Fred West vibes. Well said. Yeah, I've known some pig farmers, but never been one. I think every Canadian has known a pig farmer. Yeah, thank you very much. Ooh la la. Look at that case of Joseph Fritzl family underground, and it was the wife did know. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. There's a monster. He was even, that guy was scary to look at. Now that guy, no, wouldn't want to be in a room with. No. Gross point. Mexi, he was sick, but so many have followed him in one point or another. Oh, okay. I remember that name, guys. I do remember that name. Was he a host or something? Or is that somebody else? What? We had a woman pig. What? Oh yeah, that guy gives creep vibes too. Wow. Oh, next husband or two I could have handed over to her. Or to him, I suppose. And that's the thing. You're right, Tracy. Like these perps learn from each other, although never met. It's like, ooh, good way. Yeah. This Bob Bashira. Never trust a pig farmer. Never marry a woman who raises pigs. You guys. Yep. And suitcases. No to suitcases. Bad suitcases. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Thanks for being here, Carrie. Thank you. I live in Wales. I'm sorry, we have pig farmers all over the place. Makes me shudder to think when I go to. Yeah. I mean, Richard Picton, I would have driven past his place a kabillion times because that was the highway I would use throughout life to go to Vancouver. And Highway 1 just goes right past there. So yeah, I would have been on that highway while he was in jail, before he was in jail. And I mean, you think about it and it's like, ew. I've met people that knew him. I think on Vancouver Island. Yeah, they will. They're pigs. They're gross. Yeah, love and prayers, Carrie. Well, as long as you don't mind a little human with it, it's all good, I think. Probably tastes like chicken. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think we'll pass on this one. Oh, the streaming service. This is really short, but it's really all I've seen. I think there's probably more out there by this time, but this is all I really seen. So sources, estranged wife of Gilgo Beach deleter suspect working with a streaming service. What the hell is this thing?
Murders investigation, suspected serial killer Rex Heuerman getting a visit while behind bars, and it was his wife who came to see him. News 12 crime reporter Krista McNally is here now with the details. Krista.
That's right. And a story that we broke first right here on News 12 this morning. We now know that Asa Ellerup went to see her husband, Rex Heuerman, in jail yesterday. We know she drove herself to the jail and spent a good amount of time with him.
Look at that equipment.
Asa did visit Rex yesterday at the Suffolk County Correctional Facility.
Well, did you see that equipment coming in? Isn't that interesting? I wonder if we're going to hear why they're doing this. I can't get this any bigger, guys.
In Riverhead, spent about an hour with him.
Asa Ellerup's lawyer, Robert Macedonio, confirmed that she visited Rex Heuerman in jail. The Suffolk Sheriff Errol Toulon would not go as far as to give the name of who visited him, but did provide details about the visit.
So Mr. Heuerman did have a visit of someone that's known to him.
The sheriff tells us outside of his attorney, Heuerman has had 3 visitors since his arrest.
Oh, 3 visitors since he's been there. That's interesting. Never in a million years, if I found out that a person I was with was accused of this, that I'd never hear from me again. Fry the fudger. Like, are you kidding me?
Arrest in mid-July. What was discussed between Heuerman and his estranged wife is unclear.
Whenever anyone's having a visit, we do give them some sort of privacy. We do have staff, appropriate staff, to make sure that the security.
Meantime, News 12 has exclusively learned through multiple sources that Asa Ellerup is working with Peacock. There is an entire production company at their Massapequa Park home.
What were they called?
There is an entire production company at their Massapequa Park home, and the crew was spotted walking around the property, setting up lights, and transporting the family to and from a separate location. We asked if they went with Ellerup on her visit to Heuerman on Wednesday.
Did she go with the production company?
No, she did not.
Now, we did see Ellerup go.
So what is this? What the hell is this that's going on? This just isn't just your little old stream. Oh, what is she doing?
Into her home today, and she was being blocked by someone holding a big screen in front of her. She did not want to speak with us at the time.
What? That's insane. Money, 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 money. That's the thing. So much more to come out with this case. Don't even know half of it yet. And that is the thing. So do you think they're making a movie? Is that what that is? Yeah, very fast. So do you think that's what's going on right now? I think if people are going to make documentaries, movies, specials about deleters, the revenue should go to the victims' families. Boom. I worked with the accused next door neighbor. My friend also married the pig farmer's daughter. What? That's what I think they're doing. My mind is boggled right now. I worked with the accused next door neighbor. My friend also married the pig farmer's daughter. I know much more than the documentary. What are you talking about? What did I miss? Do tell. So many of these lengths only to get my kids, get rid of the spouse. Yeah, now you lost it all, including family and kids. Hollywood's going to be extra busy this year with all these cases. I'm confused, James. That's what I thought. Looked like movie lighting and all of that stuff. I used to live in a town off and on for quite a few years. My mother lived there for whatever. They always made big movies down there. We had everybody from, I don't know, we had Brangelina there. Just everybody, right? And you get to where it really, they're just people, right? No. So, yeah. Documentary should be after the trial. Well said. Judge Darrow told Brooks that will happen if ever anything came of this trial. So was that part of Peacock, Shauna? Yeah, they do. There's a lot of different movies that come here. What was that show? There's one guy that was down there on a regular basis. Everybody knew him, and he was just a dick. He married Melanie Griffith. They're married for, oh, yeah, there we go, Jimmy Savile. I agree with that 1000%. Yeah. Yeah, X-Files was filmed in Vancouver. Didn't go down well. Is that right? I'm trying to think of it. I don't think I've seen it. It's a case from my hometown. The wife's body was never found. I think it was the first conviction in Scotland without a body. So that's a buddy of yours? I think I do. I think I'm remembering this better. Yeah, X-Files was good. Yeah, Antonio Banderas. That's the one, Tracy. No, before him. Not Antonio Banderas. The before him. Antonio Banderas, I wanted to marry. Tango, no. He was in a cop show, based out of Miami. Is that what it was? Based out of Miami. Do you still watch it sometimes? Yes. Mulder and Scully are in Peru looking for the face huggers. No, not Twin Peaks. How come he's not? It was her first husband before Antonio Yeah, Don Johnson. That's the guy. Don Johnson, thank you. He used to show up there like for movies on the regular. And I don't know what show it was. I didn't like him. Nobody really liked him. He was a snot. Like he just thought he was better than everybody else. And there is a hell of a lot better actors that came around than that guy. You like Forensic Files? Yeah, asking for a friend. Unexpected Tales. That freaked me out, but loved the theme. I've been catching up on that chapter. That's what I've been watching lately is Mikey. He's just got the best little attitude. I just think he's great. If you guys have not seen the one he did on Taylor Business, trust me, you've got to check it out because he has you laughing. Hawaii 5-0. I think so. I have to remember to add Mikey to my favorites in the description because he is like absolutely. Oh, Chips. Okay, I met which guy was that, Mexi from Chips, the little Spanish guy? He kissed me on the cheek. I was pretty young. Rolling back the years. Yep. Yep. Yeah, through my life, I've met quite a few different actors. And I mean, they're just humans, right? Some you like, some you don't, just like everybody else. But I've never been the kind of person that I don't get star crazed, or I think they make too much money and whatever. I usually watch documentaries, so. Wow, James. You see, that's amazing. Queen's Evidence? I don't think I know that. Oh, are you talking about this? There's nothing. I have no idea why this does that. That's part of When I use this streaming platform, that's what it does. I have no idea. But there's nothing on it. Not wild? It's magic. So Jazz is starting to speak up, and we've been chit-chatting for a while, which is always awesome. I always enjoy you guys. But with that said, I am going to probably get back into some other projects I've got going right now. And I might do another live on some more paperwork that's come out on Richard Allen. So as always, my friends, great to see you. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much for the chat or the, I don't know, super stickers and coffees, and you guys so rock. Bye.